The Dolphins, who just lost their second game of the season last week, head home to take on a team that's also 5-2. That's the San Francisco 49ers. This should be a very interesting game. Let's go first quarter. San Francisco driving down the field very efficiently as Garoppolo sails one up, and George Kittle double coverage. He still comes down with the touchdown, but there's a flag on the play. This one would come back. It would be a holding penalty on the former Oregon Duck and former Chicago Bear, the guard, Kyle Long. And karma would prove to be a son of a gun as Jabril Peppers on the very next play makes an incredible interception. The former Cleveland Brown. That was a really nice play. Peppers' third pick of the season. The Dolphins couldn't score anything as Jerick McKinnon juking out two defenders and the former Minnesota Viking bringing it all the way to the 3-yard line before being lassoed down by Marlon Humphrey and Jabril Peppers. And now it's time for Jimmy Jesus. Jimmy Garoppolo, he would find George Kittle. Kittle's able to get his touchdown. This time it's not called back, and San Francisco would take a 7-0 lead. 4th down and inches at the 21. Dolphins should just take the points, but instead they're going to risk it for the biscuit as Emmanuel Sanders does convert. The Dolphins would actually settle with a field goal on that drive, so they went for it for nothing. Now San Francisco has it back as J.K. Dobbins, the number 2 overall pick. He's just kidding around. J.K. fools. Touchdown, J.K. Dobbins, the former Buckeye. Now it's 14-3 as Tua Tagovailoa sacked by the safety Adrian Colbert. Niners have it with a minute to go as the former New England Patriot Jimmy Garoppolo places out one perfectly for the former South Carolina Gamecock Deebo Samuel with the 80-yard touchdown showing off for rodeo. Now it's 21-3, and Tagovailoa throwing it off his back foot. That might be the worst throw I have ever seen, and Sean Lee comes down with the interception. Hopefully he didn't tear a hamstring on that play. He probably did. And would the Niners capitalize off a turnover? Yes, they would, as George Kittle gets his second touchdown of the afternoon. And look at that score, 28-3. San Francisco absolutely dominating. As on 3rd down, Tagovailoa sacked by the former Detroit Lion, Anthony Zettel. The Dolphins would decide to just take the points. So now it's 28-6. As here comes for pressure, that would be Quan Alexander with the sack. The Dolphins had no sacks in the first half, but they had 5 in the second half. Now it's 3rd down and 22. Patriots are already backed up as Garoppolo, scrambling like eggs on a frying pan. He would avoid the sack from the defensive back, but instead, that's Carl Lawson in his 3rd game with the Dolphins. He's gotten a sack in every game so far, as that one would be tipped, and it would be intercepted by Reuben Foster, the former Alabama Crimson Tide, and he's not a former woman hitter, he's not a former at it. Anyway, 1st down for the Niners, as Jerick McKinnon breaking the tackle, rumbling, bumbling, stumbling, hurdling the grass, before being brought down by Damon Arnett. Last play of the quarter. The Niners have not scored yet in the 3rd quarter. And you know what? Why not change that? As Pierre Garçon from 35 yards out, taking it the distance for a 35-yard touchdown. And now it's 35-6. As the Dolphins have it back, just a terrible pass by Tua Tagovailoa as Richard Sherman read that play like a book. And Sherman would take it the distance for a pick 6. Can't spell intercepted without the D. Now it's 42-6 as Mike Gesicki breaking 2 tackles. Here comes that man. Is Mike Gesicki eventually going to be brought down inside the 15 by Sean Lee? And the Miami Dolphins would finally, for once, get into the end zone, as that's going to be Anthony Johnson with the spike. Now 42-13, it's a 29-point game. Not looking good right now for the Dolphins. As Jimmy Garoppolo, I think he had some pepper spray in his eyes. Jabril Peppers with the sack. Next play, 2nd down and 18. As Garoppolo, why not get sacked again, buddy? That's Charles Harris, the former Missouri Tiger, with the sack. As Tua Tagovailoa, he would be sacked. Here comes the sack parade. That's Anthony Zettel with his 2nd of the game. And then 3rd down and 22 is Tagovailoa looking deep for Mike Gesicki. Or that might be Randy Moss. I don't know. because Gesicki comes down with an incredible catch, 4th and 2. Tua would be sacked. That's the epitome of this game as the Niners absolutely dominate Tagovailoa and the Dolphins, winning this one 42-13.
Hey, man!